Well, last night, not only yesterday did I get to go to my first World Cup soccer game, and it was a 0-0 draw between Belgium and Iran. But I'll tell you what, it was one of the most exciting, fun games I'd ever been to. It was a blast. I definitely want to go to another World Cup game. But not only did I get to do that, but when I came home, we got to watch the season 3 premiere of House of the Dragon. Now, just to put this into a bit of context, I'm a huge fan of this show. I think it's fantastic. And I know that there were some people that weren't all that big on season 2. I don't give a crap. I thought season 2 was brilliant. I was hooked on it and I loved it. And so we lead into season 3, and boy, did they kick things off with a bang. Oh my God. I couldn't have been happier with the first episode of season 3, not only because we got to see Matt Smith back as Daemon Targaryen, but also we see Chibs from Sons of Anarchy leading his army through the woods, joining up with Daemon Targaryen. That I just love seeing Chibs show up in anything. So that was a cool thing to see. The Battle of the Gullet. By the way, did any of you guys watch? I know you didn't see, Jonathan, but Rob, did you see the making of the episode feature that they put out? They constructed these ships. They created these 6 gimbal things to make the boats look like they rocked. They had the ships running into each other. They created like 2-3 million gallon things of water so they could do above water stuff and below water stuff. I mean, they just went all out in the practical aspects to make it look as practically cool as possible. And I just, and ladies and gentlemen, the greatest, you got Littlefinger, you got the Hound, you got the Mountain. The greatest nickname in the history of the universe of Game of Thrones is now Bitch Fist. That is the best name in the world. It's like, God, that's cool. That is especially for her. That was such a cool name.
That's my name for the Spider-Man bucket.
They should put that right on there. The dragon act, there was, we're not going to go too much into spoilers here, but there were shocks and twists. And I'm telling you, man, the ending of the episode shocked me. It absolutely stunned me and broke my heart. Completely broke my heart. I mean, so the practical effects were great. The dragons were great. That scene too, there's a scene in it where Rhaenyra is locked in a room. I won't go into the context, but she's pissed, right? And she gives this short speech that like was really moving and really powerful, very Game of Thrones universe-ish. And I'll just tell you what, man, I often find myself in the minority when it comes to talking about Game of Thrones and the different things, but I don't care. I thought this was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. I cannot wait for episode 2. Anyway, Rob, you had a chance to watch House of the Dragon, season 3, episode 1. What did you think about it?
John, I watched it twice.
Really?
Yeah, I watched twice last night. First of all, a shout out. The man who directed last night's episode, Lonnie Peristier, is a guy I've known in LA for more than 35 years, maybe. And, he started working in special effects early on. He was one of the youngest people I knew who ever had children. And he has just quietly worked his way up the Hollywood system, doing amazing work. And my interactions with him were from my friend Paul Salamoff, and to see him direct that episode and be able to wield as much live action and special effects and CG, and he brought everything he'd learned to bear over the last 30 years to that episode. And I'm like, shout out to Lonnie, because well done, sir. Very proud of you. Not that you need my approval, but you did good. You've done good, son. But that episode, John, I was gobsmacked by that episode. And I was the human drama coupled with the effects drama, and you're in multiple locations. I mean, with huge amounts of extras, and the stunt work and the fighting and the violence and everything that was going on. I was just sitting there going, oh my God. Now, now it's definitely, now here's the thing. Did it, like did it reach like the effects heights of something like Battle of the Bastards when you see Jon Snow run through it might not have reached those heights, but it was so ambitious. It was easily one of the most ambitious hours and 15 minutes of TV that I've seen maybe ever. The scope, the scale, the drama, the acting, everybody brought their A game to this episode. And I thought to myself, as I think I watch most of the cool shows, I'm like, why can't Star Trek be this good? But anyway, I'll leave that for another day. But John, I just thought that this was peak Thrones, and coming off of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And they showed normally I don't watch the recaps at the beginning of episodes, but since this was a new season, I watched the recap, and I was like, damn, I love this show. And I love all the actors, and they've done such a great job. Emma Darcy is one of the most beautiful people on the planet Earth, and she so embodies Rhaenyra Targaryen. She's so good. And like you said, that scene, and I kept thinking when the episode was over, I'm like, when she finds out what's happened,
oh my
God, she's gonna kill everybody in her own court.
You know what
for doing that to her.
When that happened, I thought, and again, we're not going to go into the specific details, but I thought this reminds me of how I felt when Vanessa died in Daredevil, and I'm like, things are going. By the way, at this point, with all the seasons of Game of Thrones and now House of the Dragon, we have become accustomed to the world of Game of Thrones doing things to try to make us feel uncomfortable. And maybe, oh, that's twisted, right? And so you'd think we've gotten used to it. There is something that happens in this episode that made me go, it's just like, oh, no. And oh my God.
John, a shout out to Lonnie who directed that, because the cameras from far away, not that far away, kind of a wide medium, and camera's pushing in for a really long time. And I'm just like, don't.
Here's another thing that again, without giving details or anything like that, but every once in a while an episode happens where more of a background character or a secondary character gets a real moment to jump up, right? And I thought Sea Snake's son, his eldest son, this was the episode. Like if he becomes a real significant character in the show, I think we're going to look back to this episode to say this is the one where he was really given a chance to shine. And one of the things I loved about it was in the making of afterwards, he's like, the actor who plays him, he's like, man, it's supposed to be this big, dire, life or death, dreadful, bloody battle going on. And they had to hold recording so often because I was just grinning like an idiot. He goes, I was having so much fun. Like they showed a shot of them getting ready to yell action. And he's still sitting there like holding his sword. It's like, no, it's serious. And that like little stuff like that just really makes me fall in love with it. So I thought he was a big standout in this episode. I thought he was great.
And there was a great line when Damon is standing there on the battlefield and another group of folks show up, and it's a tense moment. And once it's resolved, he just looks up and says, well, there's more lions to hunt.
Yeah.
It just was like, oh man. Cause you saw lions dead, but I just thought that was that made me chuckle. That was a bonding moment for characters.
Oh, I thought it was so great. Anyway, guys, question is for you. Did you guys have a chance to watch House of the Dragon season 3's premiere episode? We loved it. I was absolutely thrilled with it, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Whatever you guys thought about it, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right, guys. Guys, we want to take a second and thank a sponsor of today's video, Hims. You know, one of the hardest things about trying to lose weight is just figuring out what actually works. Because we've seen them all. There are a million trends, diets, and gimmicks out there, and honestly, it can get overwhelming. And that's why weight loss by Hims really stands out. Hims now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill at its lowest price ever, and the Wegovy pen. With Wegovy at Hims, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite and eat less, so success is within reach. Plus, Wegovy is the first ever and only GLP-1 available in a pill for weight loss, so there are no needles needed. And the process is extremely convenient. Everything happens online. You connect with a licensed provider who determines if treatment is right for you, and if prescribed, your medication gets delivered right to your door. No insurance necessary. Ready to reach your goals? Visit hims.com/Campea to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you. That's HIMS.com/Campea. hims.com/Campea. Based on advertised cash price for 30-day supply of medication only. Membership required, fee not included, and billed separately. Weight loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk A.S. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com.